Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for joining us here on WION World is One. I'm Molly Gambhir. We start off with the latest coming in from Myanmar, where large-scale protests have been taking place for 10 days now. People from all walks of life, students, civil servants, monks have been taking to the streets protesting against the military coup. Dozens have been arrested. Over the next few minutes, we take you through the latest coming in from on the ground.
The November election is a crucial test for the country's first democratic government. Myanmar could be on the verge of a coup. The country's powerful military generals are threatening to take action against what they call a fraudulent election. Myanmar's de facto leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, is in detention. Our response team was flooded with messages. The coup has destroyed our youth's dreams and future. We want democracy and want our country to develop. #Save Myanmar.
The military in Myanmar has escalated efforts to quell the growing civil disobedience campaign across the country. The country's new military rulers have stepped up measures like arresting the politicians and activists after rolling back laws protecting freedom as well as privacy. Security forces have been deployed with armored vehicles in major cities. The cutting off of internet services deepened concerns over basic rights. The internet services for now have been restored. Despite the intensified crackdown by the new military rulers, protesters have continued to gather for rallies which are now becoming almost daily affairs. About 100 protesters had a face-off with soldiers and armored vehicles right outside the central bank in Yangon. People have been taking to the streets. There's widespread civil unrest since the military detained the civilian leader Aung San Suu Kyi and ousted her government. Suu Kyi has been remanded in custody until Wednesday and not Monday as previously reported. Suu Kyi's detention was due to expire on Monday, but as her lawyer informed, she was remanded until the 17th of February. The US Embassy in Myanmar has cautioned its citizens after reports of the military movement. A United Nations rights envoy has said that Myanmar's generals will be held accountable for any suppression of the civil disobedience campaign. The UN Special Rapporteur for Myanmar, Tom Andrews, wrote on Twitter, "It is as if the generals have declared war on the people of Myanmar. These are signs of desperation. Attention, generals, you will be held accountable." Calling on security forces to refrain from violence against demonstrators and civilians, ambassadors to Myanmar have issued a joint statement now. I'm quoting again, "We support the people of Myanmar in their quest for democracy, freedom, peace and prosperity. The world is watching." The police are now on the lookout for 7 people who have lent vocal support to the protests, including some of the country's most famous democracy activists. Myanmar's new military rulers also issued arrest warrants for veteran democracy campaigners supporting the anti-coup demonstrations. 7 police officers broke ranks to join the protest movement in the southern city of The World. Soldiers had fired tear gas and shot at a crowd earlier in a part of Kenya in yesterday's protests. Police later arrested at least 5 journalists reporting from the scene. A group of protesters, meanwhile, in Yangon held a prayer service for a protester who was shot in the head when the police cracked down on a protest. 20-year-old Ma Heng was the first known serious casualty of the protest movement. Her case rallied support for the movement seeking to reverse the February 1 coup. She remains in a hospital in the capital and is on life support.
စစ်အာဏာရှင်စနစ်အတွက်ကျွန်တော်တို့ဘဒုအမှာသတိမခံခြင်းအတက်နိုင်ဆုံးပေါ့သူတို့လည်းပြီးကားကျွန်တော်လိုအပ်ရင်တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့တွေရင်းတော့ရင်းရလိမ့်မယ်သူတို့လည်းပဲမလိုအပ်ဖဲနဲ့ ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီလူငယ်တွေရဲ့အသက်တွေအမျိုးသမီးကလေးငယ်တွေရဲ့အသက်တွေကျွန်တော်တို့မပေးဆက်ချင်ဘူးအဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်တို့သူ့ကိုကျွန်တော်တို့ပြန်ကောင်းလာဖို့ပဲကျွန်တော်အဓိကထားဆုတောင်းပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်ဒီနေ့စစ်အာဏာသိမ်းထားတဲ့အခြေအနေမှာဥပဒေဆိုတာသူတို့နှုတ်ကစကားဖြစ်တယ်သူတို့လက်နက်ကဒါလည်းသူတို့ဥပဒေဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုလို့ကျွန်တော်
With us on the broadcast for more on these developments is the president of the Burmese Rohingya organization, UK, Tung Khin. Thanks very much for speaking with us here on WION World is One. What is your reaction to the suspension of laws restricting detention and searches and the overall curbs that we are seeing in Myanmar?
Yes, this is the military. Whatever they want, they are just, they are declaring, they are announcing many laws. And to be honest, in Burma, people in Myanmar, they don't have many guaranteed right to start, left many repressive laws on the book, actually. So now military is threatening people. They will jail, up to 20 years for criticizing them. And that's happened to ethnic minorities in the past. So this is the military. They use many laws against Rohingya and other minorities in Burma. They killed and, they arrested and they tortured and sentenced to jail many years. So this is the same military now. They're trying to start. I'm a bit worried for the country. It's quite difficult and quite worrying situation ahead. So we cannot. We have to resist as a citizen of Burma. I am solidarity with the people of Burma. We have to resist. We have to fight back with this military, to get rid of this military dictator. Otherwise, our new generation will face much, much worse situation and a darkness for the country we are heading to. So this is very important that many laws can come. This is just a starting. In 1988, when I was young, I heard there is many laws they introduce and then they just one after another they introduce and they kill people, torture people, and many political prisoners, tortured to death in jail. That is what I heard when I was in Burma. So I worry that our new generation may face that. So this is time. We have to be strong. We have to fight back with this military dictator, Aung Hlaing, who committed war crimes, genocide, and crimes against humanity.
Right, and speaking about resistance, as you're saying, the protesters refuse to back down amid the clampdown. The civil disobedience campaign is only intensifying. Now, embassies have issued a statement urging the military to refrain from using violence. But beyond such statements, what sort of international intervention are you hopeful of?
I mean, it's been like 15 days today. We have seen only a statement, concern, deeply concerned. We are, deeply concerned and other kinds of way. They just releasing a statement from the embassy. We appreciate international community concern, but this is not enough at all. When you can see military cut off internet yesterday and tanks and military tanks and trucks are moving around in Yangon and Kashim state yesterday in Mijina, they killed, one student and there are many people arrested, at least 400 people arrested since 1st of February, they took the power. So now they coup, the military coup the power. Now it is time that international community have to come collective action, like sanctioning military and military-related companies. We haven't seen anything yet, from Europe, Human Rights Council. We have seen that not much a stronger statement we have seen so far. Last Thursday they sat down. So very important that a country where the whole country is under military dictators, where ethnic minorities are facing genocide, included where Rohingyas are facing genocide, international community must step in. And many people in Burma, they are hoping something can do from U.S. government. I can see that they are holding U.S. army to coming into the country to protect them. So I don't know how far international community will do, but the point here is the people of Burma, including Rohingyas and other minorities, they need international action to stop, threatening and killing people, and this kind of illegal laws introducing. Otherwise, situation will get much worse. Military may crack down in 2-3 days' time, and we can see they will create the violence, and they release about 20,000 over criminals in last, few days ago. So these released ex-prisoners are moving around to the cities, they trying to create, making trouble, people making problems with the people from the village and the cities, and now they can create the violence that can lead to different way. So international community should not watch now 15 days over when this military dictator is getting encouraged if international community not do anything. This is the same, the Coup leader, Min Aung Hlaing, he mentioned in 2017 unfinished business to kill thousands of Rohingyas. The same military, the Coup leader is the same military leader now. So he is a very ruthless. We believe that situation might get worse, including Rohingyas and other minorities. So this is right time for international community sanctioning military and military-related company stepping. They have to come. Even UN Security Council is dead. They can't do anything. Russia, China is, opposing that. So there is a few countries, like-minded countries should come, to come and collective action. So we are quite worried the situation ahead.
Right. Leaving it there for the moment, Tonkin. Thanks very much indeed for sharing those thoughts and perspectives. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.